You know, Naomi, you say that all my challenges are masochist, but you don't even know. This Pokemon stuff was originally supposed to be a lot harder. Like, what was there? I remember there was a thing where I wanted to not save between the Elite Four, just like do it all in one go. And there was also a thing that I wanted to do the minimum amount of required battles possible. Also, not all of these would be at the same time. I was just gonna like pick and choose them. I remember there was a thing where I was like, what if I only used each Pokemon Center once? And I had to like use items otherwise.
You know, it's like you know what BDSM is?
Yes, I don't.
It's like okay, it's like you being masochist and like you being like okay, I'm super into being slapped, but you know, there's like the knife fetish, and I could have also tried that, but then I can also have tried to be whipped. You know, it's the same type of thing that you are saying right now.
I don't know if it's that extreme, but I guess I see what you're saying.
It's the same. It's the same. You know, type of thing. I don't know how else to explain it rather than making that analogy.
The point I'm trying to make is that this is actually pretty tame compared to what it was originally. Oh wow, we're level 70? It's been a while since we played this game, so I kind of don't remember.
Espion looks so pissed.
Very angry cat.
But yeah, it's already masochist enough. You don't need to make it even harder on yourself.
I eventually decided that the Pokemon stuff I just want to be a like a regular challenge run where I mostly just an opportunity to talk with friends.
Hello.
Hello.
Like hello to your own public. Guess what? I may change my model again. So by the time you upload this, I may or may not have a different model.
In 3 years, when this is uploaded, I'm sure the
We record
world will
almost
know.
every weekend. It's not like we're spacing it out of 5 months anymore.
It has been a much sooner time than last recording, but it's still been a few weeks.
Yeah, but at least it's not like 5 months. A friend of mine from a long time ago, they said that I look like Satu. How do you pronounce that Pokemon name?
I say Zatu.
How do you pronounce the X?
You can either pronounce it like a Z or like an SH, depending on your, Oh, Gust hits flying Pokemon. Like, in the air flying, that's cool.
It comes from Aztec people, right? So probably you pronounce it in Spanish. That would be Satu, I think.
You know, Kingdom Hearts has showed me that there's a lot of different ways to pronounce it,
Leave in the comments down below how it's pronounced.
and I will not read it.
You read your comments, you liar.
That's true, I do. I spend all day refreshing the YouTube Studio app so I can downvote any comments that I disagree with.
This is not Reddit, this is YouTube.
Shit, she's right. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this fight. This kind of blows. Oh my god.
This is a karma.
Fucking stop waking up.
Wakey wakey.
Thank god that I got Gust. I don't remember why I got Gust, but I did.
I don't remember either. 2 spoon.
Oh yeah, I'm dead as hell.
It should be named instead of Alakazam. It should be named 2 spoon. Question: are you actually eating more healthily? What do you eat? I'll judge you.
I eat more vegetables and meat than I used to.
Oh, do you remember the time where all YouTubers made like 50 things about me?
No, I don't think so.
There was a time, like in the 2010, I don't remember specifically where, but the YouTubers were uploading like 50 things about me, and then Draw My Lives.
Draw My Life.
You haven't watched that?
I mean, I know Draw Your Friends or whatever that game is called.
No, they literally go take out like a whiteboard and they draw their entire lives while they're narrating it.
Oh, actually, yeah, I do remember that. I'm surprised I remember that.
I guess I just unburied a secret memory on your mind. Oh yeah, 50 things about you. 1. You like bagels.
I do like bagels.
2. You eat bagels on a daily basis. That's about it.
Oh. Walking It's pretty cheap for one of the best held items in this game, honestly. I think the only thing that he has is the spoon. So have leftovers instead. There's not very many awesome held items in this game. Alright, let's go to Cinnabar, I guess.
I guess they defeated you because they were using 2 spoons and you only had a single spoon.
Remember last time we were talking about English localizations of games?
Yeah.
I should have talked about this at the time, but that actually gives me an excuse to talk about the weird... Okay, Tales of games are generally well localized. I think there's like weird exceptions like Tales of Hearts R, which is just like... It's an outlier in the fact that it basically doesn't change the story, but it changes a lot of random stuff like character names. And, like, they just added in a really stupid catchphrase one-liner. Why? Hold on a second. I remember this happening last time. Why the fuck is Sleep Powder missing so much? It's 75 accuracy.
75 is not 100.
Yeah, but it's a lot more than, like, 3 than what it feels like. Anyway, sorry. Tales games generally have good localizations, and Tales of Berseria is no exception to that. The story and the localization are really, really good. But I remember when I played the game for the first time, for all the post-game stuff, like extra dungeons and things, for some reason, even though the localization, like the voice acting is still good, I guess they just like ran out of time making the game, or like localizing the game, and they for some reason decided to do like voice-to-text interpretation of... Okay, I don't know how to explain this, but it's like a bad speech auto detector. Have you ever seen a thing where it's like you talk into a microphone and then it like interprets what you're saying and just writes it out? Actually, I guess that's
Yeah.
just what
That's just texture speech.
well, it's text to speech but the other way around. I guess that's just what YouTube auto caption is. But Tales of Berseria like did that for the last like 10% of the game, and it's all just horrifically incorrect. I should have brought up some specific examples because it's kind of amazing that everything that the captions say is so wildly incorrect and has nothing to do with anything.
Welcome to Fire Emblem Localization, where you never actually play like the original and you always play the Japanese release because holy, the localization for Fire Emblem games is the fucking worst.
Even if it's a bad localization, at least you can still read it. Like, Fire Emblem is not primarily, but it is a pretty heavily story-driven game, so being able to read it kinda helps. Plus, there's so many skills and shit.
Yeah, but nowadays it's kinda easy compared to like old Fire Emblem games.
But yeah, it's easier now because of the era that we live in, but with this Tales of Berseria thing, it's just like, if you were deaf or had the TV off and you were relying on the captions, you would actually have no goddamn clue what was happening in the story.
Meaning one Moloch would have to eat another Moloch's heart? That's a little gruesome even by my standards.
Sometimes, death can be the release someone desperately needs.
I want to put in some, like, examples, like, cut in some examples, or show you some examples, because
Insert
it's
examples here.
It's just bizarre, god damn it. Oh, I'm alive. I swear I died instantly last time. Oh my god, what is with this? Hit! Hit, please! Hit with sleep powder! I'm gonna fucking shit myself if I have enough PP for this.
Depends on how long is it.
Shut up, Naomi.
This is an extremely weird question. Why you guys measure the PP on inches? Because if you do it in centimeters, you get more number, you know? But if you do it in inches, it's like more noticeable when it's small.
That is true.
Isn't it better for everyone if you just use centimeters only to measure the PP at least? It's a win-win situation for everyone.
What you're saying makes sense, but that just kind of moves the goalposts where at first it would be like, oh yeah, this number's so big. Look, it's like fucking 300 centimeters. That's probably unhealthy. But eventually...
It's not centimeters, it's 3 meters.
Yeah, that's normal. But eventually... eventually when people like get used to measuring in that way, it would just go back to how it was. Like, oh, you're only 30? Well, I'm 32, you fuck.
You know that the biggest PP recorded in history is 30.
I don't know, man. I don't know the metric system.
Okay, the normal size is between 8 and 15. Above that is pain, but they exist.
Unless you're into that, I guess.
Actually, like I remember seeing like very on topic, but I remember seeing like the documentary or like an interview with a dude with the biggest PP, and I remember he mentioned that his life was kind of like very sad because even when he was flaccid like a carrot that you live in the fridge like for 20 million days.
Moldy.
Not moldy. Yeah, they're all moldy now. It was hard to put it there. It was hard to get like underwear that fit him, and there he got scouted by absolutely every single corn company out there.
Corn.
And he was like, "Please no, I just want to have a normal life." And then with his wife because he's married, he has a hard time. Huh? That's funny. Hard time.
Aha. I guess that's what toys are for.
Yeah, you just buy a Monster High.
Don't say that.
You put it in a jar.
No, that doesn't even make any sense.
I mean, there must be people that put, if they put pony figures in the jar, they are going to put a Monster High doll in there. Or
yeah,
anything,
you're
really.
probably right. At least if it's like a Rainbow Dash, like plastic doll, that's a lot easier to clean than a plushie.
Monster High are not plushies. They're dolls.
Incidentally, I like imagining that we're like in the audience of this gym battle. And
Talking about nonsense.
Yeah, so Blaine and the player trainer can hear us, and they're thinking like, what the fuck?
That's a good headcanon. I like it.
They yell at us like, please stop talking about dicks.
I'll be like, never!
This Rapidash just hit with Hypnosis, a 55 accurate move, into Fire Blast, an 85 accurate move, but I can't hit more than one Sleep Powder in a row. God damn it. Actually, Tales of Berseria does have a rare instance of Tales of censorship, where there's a thing early on in the game, like really early on, where a child gets stabbed through the chest with a sword as like a sacrifice.
Nice.
And it's pretty brutal for the series. The English version changed it so it's like a magical fucking event where it's like the kid gets levitated into the sky and gets skewered by 2 giant light spears, and like it's way more brutal. Like when I saw the original version, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's like very down to earth. Why did they not just like hide the kid getting stabbed? It's weird. Here's a comment. Berseria is 100% a case of using auto-generated voice to text for the late game skits. If you weren't listening, you'd swear you were having a stroke.
I don't think I ever had a stroke.
Oh yeah, there's this guy mentions there's a skit where the subtitles just repeat themselves halfway through. The second half of the skit just repeats the first half subtitles. Again, the voice acting does not have this problem. The voice acting is perfectly fine. I remember there was a goose involved.
Why a goose?
There was like one of the things said it was a goose. I don't know.
Do you have goose where you live?
Yeah, we do. I hate them. I hate geese
Why
a
you
lot.
hate everything?
I hate geese because they don't do anything. They just stand around.
They attack people. They're nice. They're very violent.
They're nice.
They're
they attack people. Alright.
I have seen them very few times around here. But the few times that I have seen them, I'm like, wow. I like them.
Oh yeah, this isn't relevant to the incorrect subtitles, but there's a skit where one of the characters upskirts a little child, which is something.
That's just normal Japanese stuff. What are you expecting from them? Like me.
Oh,
When
miss.
a small inconvenience is presented for me, be like...
Like, between this and the last, like, 30 minutes to an hour of last recording, like, how many times did I fucking miss?
Why do you count them? At this point, it's just obsession.
Because I want to know that I'm actually... Like, I have to know that I'm actually getting unlucky. Oh my god. Dude. Dude, what
Don't
the fuck
die.
happened to this Butterfree? I thought the Platinum one was supposed to be the unlucky one. Why does Auto Fire A not work with Speed Up? It works on the GBA version. Like, this is the same emulator I used to play Final Fantasy V Advance, but it, like, acts completely differently. I don't get it.
Oh yeah, I know you're a Final Fantasy YouTuber. Yes, congrats.
I'm a Final Fantasy and Pokemon YouTuber. I don't even like either of these series.
I feel like deep down you do like them.
I like Final Fantasy 5 and 12, and I like Pokemon Fire Red and White. It's like how I like Kingdom Hearts 2, but I don't like any of the other games.
You're negating yourself, denying what you actually like. You should not.
Well, you know, I feel like that's me more often than not, because, like, I'm not a Xenoblade fan, I just like Xenoblade 1.
I'm not a Xenoblade fan, I just like the first one and that's it.
And that's it, yeah.
No
Not even
more,
joking.
no less. Just the first fucking game.
I do like the Tales series, though, even though that series has a lot of stinkers.
Wait, this one looks like balls.
Yeah, he does have a butt head / balls head. I've only seen the first half of this dude's team. I don't even know. I assume he has an Arcanine back there. But I don't know, because I'll never get past the goddamn Rapidash.
Arcanine, even.
It's gonna do agility, and then it's gonna hit with its 55 accuracy sleep move. Oh, I missed. Okay. Alright, I'm done complaining then.
Unrelated, but I got a copyright notification of the game that I play, the Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
Really? From who?
I have to look at it, but wink wink, you can look at my channel for the... I finished the whole game in like an hour or two.
Oh, you actually... Well, yeah, I guess it is very short. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I got all... all freaking endings. I got them all. And man, I had such a good time. I want to play more games like that.
What the... okay, depending on your answer, I might not put this in the video, but, does every goddamn Pokemon have Fire Blast? Nothing has Flamethrower? You just want to show off that you can consistently hit your 85 accuracy moves? Oh my god. God damn it.
Why you may not put that on the video?
Not that part. Did you actually buy that game?
Yeah,
How much was it?
20 something.
That's way too much.
Yeah, but I bought it on Mexico's store. I changed every country and I got it for like, okay, so it was like, in Mexico it's $14, but my bank card had like a cashback thing with Nintendo's store, so I got like $6 back. I don't know the math.
Okay, I know that version is from Limited Run Games. I didn't think it came out, though. I remember it getting announced. I didn't know it actually came out.
It came out and I think they are waiting for something. Steam does not want to approve it even if it's censored, you know? So...
But yeah, that game... I know it has, like, does it have interviews with the cast and stuff?
Yeah, it has interviews, but you have to unlock them by playing like a thing that looks like Five Nights at Freddy's with the boss of Jane.
Oh, I can just fight this. I thought I had to beat every trainer to get set 16.
The first copyright is 50s Memories Old George Music Group Pro by Kristen Norden. Then we have Dear Chuck Only George Music Group Pro by the same dude. Then we have another thing, Desert Storm Only George Music Group Pro by James Williamson. Then the track 7 Only George Music again. The New Orleans Salute Old George Music. Speedway Take 3 Dramatize.
Who the
Old
fuck is George and why is he claiming all this shit?
I don't know who's old George, but it seems like they have lots of free time. And then the other one is a New Year's song, a Chinese New Year's song. Is that content ID claim? It's not a copyright strike, but still.
Okay.
That was the longest copyright thing I have ever gotten in my channel, and I have been streaming for 2 years.
My, because I'm making a video about, what's the best team in Final Fantasy V. For a couple of the bosses, they didn't get their audio recorded for some reason, so I put in music and sound effects. One of the songs I put in was a song from Tales of Phantasia, and for some reason it's getting claimed as a completely different song.
Understandable. Sometimes YouTube is weird, to be honest. I don't know what to say about that.
And even, this happened another time where, Oh yeah, I think it was for the level 1 run. I turned off the music for that run so I could put in a different boss theme for every boss. How that went was that it was fine, but there were 2 songs that got claimed, and one of them was Battle on the Big Bridge, but it's just like the SNES version, but for some reason it got claimed as a remix from the Black Mages music group. I don't know why.
I think there's like shady individuals on YouTube that just claim stuff because why not? I'm pretty sure there are, but then again, don't take my word on it. Like you can make like a copyright claim very easily, and I think they use it for VTubers at least to dox them because to reclaim a copyright claim, sometimes if you're monetized, you need to give your personal data to YouTube. And usually they send that data to the person that made the copyright claim. Like recently, I don't know if you know Iron Mouse, but they basically nuked her YouTube channels because they have been trying to dox her for some reason.
I did not hear about this.
Ayo. Copyright system on YouTube is fucked.
This is like tangentially related, but there was a guy, there's a Smash player, Nairo, and I know some people kind of know who he is, and it's not a good thing. But he plays Smash Bros. Online for a vast majority of his content, and he mods his Switch so that he can have, mods like different character skins, different music, and basically Nintendo came after him and was like, dude, we're gonna take down your fucking account unless you remove all videos with mods in them. So that's like 90% of his content is just gone forever.
Lost media, chan chan chan.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Hopefully some people saved it, but it was probably extremely sudden, so maybe it's just gone forever.
I don't think so. There's people that just download videos because they like them, so...
Jump Off is a great design.
Sadly, he's a bit useless.
Yeah, the hop-up line is very cute across the board. They don't even look like an evolutionary line, they just look like 3 different cute Pokemon. But yeah, they're not very good.
That little cute Pokemons, the cuter ones are always like useless. It's so sad.
Hold on, let me think of one that maybe isn't useless.
Do 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 do.
Fancy. Oh yeah, another thing about this is another thing back to the localization thing. The localization of the original Animal Crossing is very good.
Yeah, that's one of the few instances where Nintendo actually made a good job.
I don't know if it's the localization or if the original Japanese was like that, but I'm sure most people are aware at this point that modern Animal Crossing is extremely sanded down, like no edge left whatsoever.
No personality, not anything.
And I'm pretty sure that one of the people on the localization team of the original Animal Crossing was a Something Awful forum user. Jam told me about this once, but in some game that a Something Awful user was part of the localization team of, they set the default name, and this is like a default name in that you would never actually see it because it automatically gets overwritten, but the default name for something is like Goon, which doesn't mean what you're thinking. The Something Awful user base is called Goons. Or at least they were. They might not be anymore because,
Do you know the scandal of Wild World that when they gave the game to the press, there was like a thing where villagers could steal catchphrases and they started calling the N-word?
No, I did not hear that.
I'm going to send you. It's kind of funny.
Okay, is this something that I shouldn't put on screen?
On December 3rd was reported that one of the animal characters in the modified copies of Wild World that were given to press had his customizable catchphrase set to a slur. The edited slur has not been caught by the game's profanity detection system, which prevents players from setting character dialogue to anything deemed distasteful.
Art you long time. How are you? Is that the N with like the squiggle above it in Spanish?
Yeah.
So that the way that would be pronounced is, I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm thinking it.
I imagine someone was fired that day. I don't know from whose side, but someone was fired.
I like the one comment on this thing you sent me. It was like, who this game is made for? Is it for the single bored women they show in the commercials playing this game? I'm sorry to be so harsh, it's only an opinion, but this seems like a waste. I hyped Animal Crossing on Everhype and gave it 60%, which I think is fairly accurate.
That person is very bitter.
It's like, the last sentence, like, he gives a link to Everhype, which is a site I'm actually gonna click on and see if that website even still exists. It doesn't.
Are you going to get a virus?
I'm not gonna get a virus, because it auto-directed me to vitamart.ca, which is just a vitamin online store. So that's interesting.
Do you want to buy vitamins from Canada?
Yeah, I don't know why I went to Canada. Maybe it's my VPN.
This video has been sponsored by NordVPN.
No, it hasn't.